There's this crucial role that's kind of the unsung hero of every successful startup and tech company. It's the person who builds the armor, the protection they need to navigate this incredibly complex world of rules. So today, we're going to shine a light on the critical job of the compliance documentation specialist. Let's just kick things off with a really direct question, and this is for every entrepreneur, founder, and business leader listening. Take a hard look at your operations, your policies, all that paperwork. Is your business truly regulator-ready? It sounds like a simple question, right? But believe me, the answer is almost never simple. And to really get why that question is so important, we first have to understand the world we're all trying to build businesses in. It's not a straight path anymore. Welcome to the modern compliance maze. Today, if you're in business, you're tangled in this global web of rules. It's a real alphabet soup of regulations. You've probably heard of some of them, like GDPR for data in Europe or HIPAA for health info in the US. Then you've got the really complex stuff like AML and CFT rules to fight financial crime. Every single one is a thread in this web, and one wrong move can have huge, huge consequences. So what are we really talking about here? What's actually at stake? Well, regulatory risk isn't just some vague business school term. It means real money lost. It means damage to your reputation that could take years to fix. And yeah, it means serious legal trouble. This is absolutely not a corner any business can afford to cut. Okay, so how does a company, especially a fast-moving startup or a growing tech firm, even begin to navigate this maze? You wouldn't go in blind, right? No, you bring a guide, an expert who knows the way. Enter the specialist. And this is what they do. This is their entire purpose. A compliance documentation specialist is that expert guide. They're the ones who can take all that dense, complex legal jargon and translate it into clear, actionable, and, this is the most important part, audit-ready documents. They literally build the framework that keeps a business safe. And you don't just wake up one day with this kind of expertise. It's built over time. For example, the specialist we're looking at here has more than 7 years of direct experience in this field. Just think about that. That's thousands of hours spent deep in the trenches wrestling with these complicated regulatory frameworks. So who's calling on these experts the most? Well, we're talking about the engine room of the new economy, really. Startups, FinTechs, e-commerce platforms, SaaS companies, all these disruptive, digital-first businesses that live in these highly scrutinized and constantly changing regulatory spaces. So what does a specialist actually do day to day? What are the actual tools and services they bring to the table? Let's go ahead and open up a specialist's toolkit. You can really think about their value in two big buckets. On one side, you have the heavy-duty compliance work, the legal frameworks, the risk assessments, but on the other side, you have the essential admin support, making sure every single document isn't just correct, but is also professional, clear, and actually easy for people to use. Let's dive into those core services. This is the really foundational stuff. This is about building a company's entire compliance architecture from the ground up, from anti-money laundering frameworks and customer onboarding packs, all the way to privacy policies and deep dive risk assessments that find those hidden weak spots. But here's the thing, a perfectly compliant document that nobody can understand is basically useless, right? And that's where this admin support is so critical. This is about turning that dense legal text into clean, professional, user-friendly materials. We're talking everything from fillable forms to polished presentations. It's what makes compliance feel seamless instead of like a chore. And the expertise here is really laser-focused on the industries that are shaping our future. FinTech, crypto, digital banking, SaaS. What do they all have in common? They move at the speed of light, and they face intense regulatory oversight. A real specialist, they live and breathe the unique challenges of these fields. And hey, this isn't just a local game. A specialist's knowledge has to be global. It needs to be aligned with huge international standards like ISO and SOC 2, and it has to cover major regulations from GDPR in Europe to HIPAA in the US and privacy laws all across the world. All right, so we've walked through the maze and we've met our guide. Now let's bring it all home in our final section, why this role truly matters so much for any modern business. The path to getting that peace of mind is actually a pretty clear 3-step process. First, it starts with drafting, creating content that is 100% original and tailored to that specific business. Then it's polishing, making it look professional, making it clear, branding it. And finally, delivery, handing over those accurate regulator-approved documents that actually get the job done. So what's the real-world outcome of all this work? Well, it pretty much boils down to 3 massive benefits. Number 1, you dramatically reduce your regulatory risk. Number 2, you save an incredible amount of time that your team can now spend on growing the business. And number 3, you achieve the thing that matters most, full compliance. When you strip everything else away, all the policies, all the forms, it all comes down to this one simple, powerful phrase. The ultimate goal isn't just to have documents, it's to be regulator-ready. Ready for an audit, ready for scrutiny, ready for whatever comes next. I mean, this quote really sums up the whole mission perfectly, helping businesses stay compliant, organized, and audit-ready. It's all about creating order out of chaos and giving businesses confidence when they're facing complexity. So we'll leave you with this final thought. As the world gets more and more complex and those rulebooks just get thicker and thicker, maybe being compliant isn't just about avoiding trouble anymore. In a world of rising regulation, is being audit-ready and regulator-ready the new competitive edge? That's something to think about. Thanks for tuning in.